Well, Dipty's here with the press review today. She's taking us back to the start of the news bulletin, really. The French government announcing strict measures after the first Hantavirus case was detected here, Dipty.
Yeah, that's right. And the health crisis, if we can call it that, is dominating the French front pages today. A lot of the papers here in France headlining on this. France on high alert. That's what La Croix says. Le Parisien here says 5 French people are being quarantined for the moment. A virus in question, it says. L'Humanité, the communist paper, says a virus under high surveillance as well. So a lot of front pages dominating on that. Now, there is indeed one confirmed case. 4 other French citizens who were on board the HV Hondius cruise ship are for the moment not infected. They're in good health. But Libération explains in its edition today here that the French government has taken strict, very conservative measures, including isolating the 5 passengers at Paris's Bichat hospital. They say, health authorities here say, they are following to a T the World Health Organization's recommendations. Now, for the moment, of course, we know there have been several confirmed cases of hantavirus around the world. But as we speak, no cases have been confirmed in people who were not on board that cruise ship. That means, as the Daily Telegraph explains here, that the virus is not for the moment spread beyond the confines of those who are on board that ship. However, there is a long incubation period, which means that the next few weeks will be important. In fact, the Daily Telegraph has actually pinpointed what it calls a crucial date when we might know whether this virus is spreading beyond those the passengers on board. And they pinpointed at May the 19th. It's according to a doctor who calculated that those who developed symptoms took about 22 days to become ill.
Well, we'll keep following that date then. A lot, of course, of comparisons to the coronavirus pandemic.
Yeah, that's right. The COVID-19 pandemic, not surprisingly, very much at the forefront of our minds. It's already been 6 years or only been 6 years. It depends on how you see it. And a lot of the papers say that, for instance, the Huffington Post here says this is not a new COVID case. They're trying to tamper down fears of any epidemic or pandemic happening. And Sud Express, that's a French regional paper, says this time France is prepared, it's coordinating and wants to reassure the public.
Now to the UK for this next story. Keir Starmer's future hanging by a thread. The British dailies are headlining it, of course, on this again.
All of them, or almost all of them, are headlining again, because on Monday they also headlined on it. This is the Eye here. Time to go. The Daily Telegraph says the Eye headlining on a mutiny growing within the Labour Party in an open revolt against the Prime Minister. This is the Daily Mail. Starmer on the brink, it says, as cabinet ministers tell him it's time to go. That seems to be the message. It's time to go. This despite a speech he gave to MPs on Monday in which he vowed not to walk away after Labour's drubbing in local elections last week. Over 70 MPs have joined this mutiny, calling on Starmer to leave his position as Prime Minister. And many are also now clamoring to possibly launch a leadership bid against him. One such MP could be this man here. His name is Wes Streeting. He's the health minister. And the Sun's columnist Clemmy Moody notes he grew up on a council estate, so he knows how much a pint of milk costs without asking an aid. As a cancer survivor, he knows all too well the insides of the NHS. He swears, he drinks, he watches Strictly Come Dancing, Stuart, if that's a criteria for the next Prime Minister.
Very important, yeah.
He's, quote, palatable, a self-described champagne socialist who could be Labour's only hope of keeping the far-right leader, Nigel Farage, out of power.
One for the future, perhaps. Cannes Film Festival, back to glitz and glamour now, getting underway today.
Yeah, and this year it's actually marked by an absence of a major Hollywood blockbuster. That's what The Guardian says here. Politics, timing, also studios' increasing wariness about a film being ripped apart by festival critics before it hits cinemas are all reasons perhaps contributing to a lack of a major Hollywood film at the festival this year. On the other hand, The Guardian says it sees a return to international author-driven films, upon which Cannes first became famous. So sort of like a return to its original beginnings. Libération headlining on the Cannes Film Festival, but a different angle. It's looking at a revolt brewing against French billionaire Vincent Bolloré, a man with ties to the far right. Libération headlining on cinema's counter-attack with some 600 cinema professionals, including actors Juliette Binoche, signing a letter warning against the dangers of Bolloré's increasing control of the French cinema industry.
Last story from Dipty. This is about the hot divorcee, which may be this summer's aspirational muse, apparently.
Yeah. So if you followed the trends, 2024 was all about the clean vibe, hot girl summer. Okay. 2025 was all about the opposite, the messy brat girl. Well, this year's aesthetic muse, Stuart, could be the hot divorcee. It's the opposite of brat. It's basically showing that you've made an effort and owning it. So it means dressing up to go to the supermarket, for instance. It's high glam. It's about flaunting your divorcee nonchalance. It's why a hot divorcee doesn't even have to be divorced. They could just be, it's sort of a vibe. It's an attitude. It's defined, as The Guardian says, by big hats, hot sex, and don't care energy.
How do you get all of that into the supermarket? That's what that sounds. I'm sure you would manage it, Dipty, but I'm not sure about the rest of us. Dipty Laurent there with the papers for us on France 24.